This is my Squier Affinity Stratocaster. I bought it 1 year ago and I bought it specifically for these two pickups, this neck and this middle single coil. I have a 7-string guitar, and with that guitar I only use the bridge pickup for high gain metal. And as I've played this guitar over the past year, I started to find myself wanting to play some E standard or drop D riffs using this bridge pickup, but I didn't like the way the single coil sounded in the bridge, so I decided it was time to try and mod this guitar myself, and I bought a Seymour Duncan Hot Rails, and I decided to wire it myself to save a little bit of money. So this video, I'm gonna see if it was worth it going through the hassle of putting in this hot rail pickup into the bridge, and I swapped the pickguard at the same time. For those wondering, this is a 2023 model of the Squier Affinity Stratocaster. So to start things off, let's do a little sound test of the stock bridge pickup in this Squier Affinity Stratocaster. Overall, the process of installing this pickup was not too difficult. It was just more time consuming taking all the screws out, putting the screws back in. I do have a little bit of soldering experience with old retro consoles and old video games, but this was my first time actually soldering anything into a guitar. Now, it might have looked easy because video editing cut out a lot of stuff, but it took me about 2 hours to completely rewire and solder this pickup into this guitar, and I had a couple issues while I was doing this process. The first issue I had when modding this guitar was with the pickup selector. So when it was in the neck position, it was actually the bridge, and when it was in the bridge position, it was actually the neck. I just had it flipped around, so I had to take everything apart, flip the pickup selector back, and then it was working just fine until I started strumming a little bit, and then I lost connection in the guitar to the new pickup. These were fine, and the fourth or the second position was fine, but when I was in the bridge position, I was getting no signal. So I took everything apart again, unscrewed everything, and I realized that the wire connecting the bridge to the pickup selector had come undone. The solder wasn't strong enough and the wire pulled out. So I resoldered the pickup, it happened again, and the wire actually got a little shortened. Pieces of the wire broke off on the pickup selector, so I had to strip more of the wire back and resoldered it, put probably way too much solder on, but now it is working just fine and I'm having no issues. Overall, I'm really happy with how this guitar has turned out. The new pickup is great. I think it sounds incredible. It's got that high, gritty gain that I was looking for that my single coil wasn't offering, and it cuts a lot of the noise issue that I was having when using high gain with a single coil pickup. The new pickguard looks really fresh too, with this Olympic white being kind of this yellowy white. I thought a stock bright white pickguard just looked a little out of place, and this aged pearl pickguard looks a lot better. Realistically, I've only been using this guitar when I play at church, when I'm using that fourth position to get a good mix of the middle and neck pickups. But when I'm at home, I pretty much only play high gain metal, and so that's where this Seymour Duncan Hot Rail is coming in handy, and I'm having a lot of fun using it right now. When I bought this guitar a year ago, I bought it with the intention to mod it in the future. I liked having the stock Affinity, and it's been a great guitar for me to learn on, as I've been playing guitar for about 4 years now, but the majority of that time has been spent playing a 7-string. That's why I bought this 6-string to kind of figure out, you know, more E standard and drop D riffs. And as I've been having fun with it over the past year, I decided it was time to upgrade that bridge pickup to play the style of music that I like. Overall, I'm really happy with how this mod has turned out. I bought this Stratocaster a year ago with the intention of modding it in the future, and as I've played it over the past year, I've started to decide what mods I would want to do. And the first one was starting with this bridge pickup, and I'm really excited on how this turned out. I think it looks great. I feel like this guitar has new life breathed into it because I'm still a beginner intermediate guitar player, so it didn't make sense for me to just go out and buy a whole new guitar just for a bridge pickup with a humbucker in it. And so that's where having a cheap Squier like this is great, because you can go and mod it based on your needs. And my need was having a humbucker in the bridge. And next up, I'll probably swap out these tuners. They're just the stock tuners. I might get some locking ones in the future, but overall, this was a really easy project and something I believe anyone could do if you just take the time, read the wiring diagrams, and be very careful with the soldering iron. But let me know what you think. Was this mod worth it, or should I have gone with a full-size humbucker in this bridge position? Let me know in the comments below. Overall, I think this was just a fun project for me. It's fun to get my hands on the tech and the guitars that I'm using and see how they work and have the ability to swap things out. I think it's just a fun skill to have. Even though I'm not a musician or a touring artist, I still enjoy being able to customize the gear to make it mine and give it that extra special piece of knowing that this guitar, when I play it, is something I have had a little piece in modifying and making my own, and I think that's really special. But let me know if there's any other mods I should do to this guitar. Obviously the tuners are gonna be next, but if there's anything I might not even know about, let me know and I'll see if I can make it happen. All right, I'll see you in the next video.